Hey guys, it's M16. I'm back. Today I've got some update 2.6 gameplay for you today. I think I told you in the last video that I was going to try and get some uploaded today, and I only have a few minutes left of today, so I actually have to get going if I want to get this uploaded. But I've got the Luchs, or Luchs, or Luchs, or something. This is the new Tier 4 German light tank, and this thing is a little beast. It's so fun to drive, and it is the cutest tank in the game. At least it was commonly referred to that as that on PC, and now that it is in Blitz, it is by far the cutest tank in the game, and it is incredible fun to drive. I was really like, it took a while to get used to the controls because this thing slips and slides. You power slide all the time in this thing, and it's just so fun. you can't you can be like running away and then you just do like a handbrake turn and you're going left. It's awesome. The consumables you should have and the equipment you should have were on the screen. I wasn't really talking about them, but if you guys want to, if you were paying attention, you don't need to go back. But if you want to go back, you can. I'm using the auto loading gun because that's the gun you need to use on this tank if you want to have a lot of fun and a lot of success in it. Because the unloading gun has 95 millimeters of penetration with AP rounds, and that's ridiculous. So, oh, another thing, the new Middleburg map. This is going to be some gameplay of that too. A lot of maps were changed. At least a lot of maps were changed where the cap points are, the cap circles. On Canal, it's no longer in that little ditch that the southeast corner looks over. It's on the other side of the map, but I've still found that going to the southeast corner is the better way to go because you still have the ability to reset the cap pretty quickly because of just the open lane and because you have so much more room to maneuver and outplay your opponents that it's just like a hell of a lot more fun to and a hell of a lot easier to win games in the southeast corner than it is the northwest. Yeah. Anyways, back to the gameplay. An enemy Lux, Luchs. I don't know. I shot the enemy Lux, and I did more damage to him than he did to me. So that's good. and just went back to finish off that other tank over on the right side of the hill, or I guess this is more of a mound. I'm going back to shoot the SU-85, but by the time I get there, he's dead. But that also opens it up so I can shoot at this Matilda. I've got APCR loaded just because I don't want to bounce at all. Then the enemy Lux comes up and I guess he wanted some more of my ammo, so I dumped the APCR into him, and I'm still loaded with APCR. I'm pretty much run almost all APCR since I've been playing this tank just because I don't know. If I'm going to Seal Club, I'm going to do it right, and it's not fun to bounce. So, APCR it is. And especially because I'm going to need it going against the front of a Matilda. Or I guess you don't even really need it, it just helps. And now I'm on the side of him, so it's kind of unnecessary. Just pumping shot after shot into him. Every single one of those penned into damage. So, right now we're just trying to clean up the rest of the enemy team. I see a Panzer III and a Cruiser 4. Cruiser 4 is now dead. Now it's just a Panzer III and that Kehoe. Kehoe's giving me the side of his tank, so I'm going to gladly put some shots into him. With autoloading guns like the Luchs, you want to have your soft recoil skill for the light tanks being trained because it really helps the autoloaders because after they fire, the dispersion will go up less. And when it's that pop, 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 it really helps with your aim. And it'll let you hit more shots and hit more shots accurately, so you'll probably bounce less as well. Side of a Panzer III, no problem, especially for APCR. Just wanted to get that last bit of damage in. And that was the very first game I had in the Luchs. Now the end of battle results. Got a first class mastery badge, sniper, and those other two things. I think sharpshooter and master gunner or something like that. And look at the damages it did to all these tanks. It more than 200 damage to every tank I shot at because it's like 200 damage a clip in this thing. So it's very good little gun and go tank. It's very good at getting at the flanks of enemies too. It's just really fun to get behind a Stug or an M3 Lee and just humiliate them, especially because they're driving an M3 Lee. If they're gonna put themselves through that misery, might as well make it worse for them, right? And my second game in the Luchs is on Desert Sands, and this is still the second game I've ever played in it. I'm gonna go to the dunes in Desert Sands because you will very rarely win if you go into the town. I've never really had that much luck going into the town because what usually happens is your team will get caught in a stalemate with one or two enemy tanks that goes over there, and they'll just be treading shots against side-scraping tanks, and then the enemy mediums come around, get in your flank, and you're trapped in a little square around houses, and then you just get circled and you die quickly, so not very fun. So go dunes on Desert Sands. And there's one of those power slides I was telling you about. This thing drifts like crazy. It's so fun to drive it. That's why I decided to put some Luke's gameplay up today instead of the RU251. I've also got some video for that, but I was going to upload the Luke's gameplay today and the RU251 gameplay probably tomorrow or later this week for sure, because it's another really fun tank. You drift a lot in the RU also. At one point I was going 85 kilometers an hour in a straight line down a hill, so it's definitely the new fastest tank in the game for sure. And the fellow Luchs killed that M48A1 or M8A1. That's not a patent. Good God, that'd be awful. But enemy Matilda, kind of far away, kind of angled. Didn't penetrate all my shots. Still did 75 damage to him, and I took none in return, so I'll take that all day, every day. Enemy Covenanter, pumped an entire clip into him, and I'm going for this Panzer B2, who is, I guess, going for my Matilda, who might be AFK, probably AFK. Either that or just really stupid. Given the WoTB's player base, though, he's probably just really stupid. Oh well. Going after this enemy Luchs. He is not fully upgraded yet either. Poor guy. The Luchs really is a horrible stock grind, I have heard. Obviously, I wouldn't know. But I know the stock engine has like half the horsepower of the fully upgraded one, and that's just gotta be completely brutal to go through. Because this tank really just, it survives on its mobility because it's one of these fast light tanks that doesn't have a lot of armor. Even though down at tier 3 or tier 4, you'll bounce some of those auto-loading shells, you won't bounce very many shells from tanks like the Hetzer. So you really survive on your mobility. And especially when you're in tier 5 games, if you've got that stock engine, you're just not going to have a good day because you can't get around the enemies. And there was a ammo rack just to add insult to injury. And the last enemy tank left is the Matilda, so gonna load APCR because I gotta go full seal clubbing mode. Because if you're gonna do it, you're gonna do it right. And he's not even paying attention to me, so this is just way too easy. Get behind him, pump him full of shells, and then my team will end up taking care of him, I believe. Anytime now. Oh, there we go. Took him long enough. Good game. I believe this was an ace tanker. Right. Yeah, it was. Okay. 1,921 damage. I believe that is also my damage record in the Luchs, and it was my second game, so got a personal best filmed for you. The Luchs, the first 11 games I played in it were all either ace tankers or first class mastery badges. And then I think I lost a game because it was tier 5 and one of my top tier heavy tanks were dead, or not dead, AFK. So yeah, this tank is very fun to drive. You can go on some awesome win streaks in this tank, and you can actually rack up a hell of a lot of damage for a tier 4 tank. I think I'm averaging over 1,000 damage in this tank. It's just so fun to drive. If you don't have it, get it. It shouldn't take you that long to do it. Anyways, this is M16's World of Tanks Blitz Replays. I hope you enjoyed my video, and as always, have a nice day.